납치되어 있는 한 남자. 그의 정체는
His name was Farrell, but spelled with a PH, so it sounds like Farrell.
아니 조.
Yeah, we've met before, haven't we, Farrell? Fuck.
That's the one.
Farrell.
Don't do anything stupid now, son, right?
How did you know the location?
Any man hater.
Yeah, in a minute. I need you to tell me how you knew the location of our farm.
I can't breathe. I need that place.
All right, Farrell, calm down, Farrell. Down.
잠시 그를 일으켜 세우는데
Right, here, steady yourself. Fuck's sake.
I can sort him out.
작은 실수를 저질러 버리죠.
All right. Right, here, take a blem. There you go, son. You all right?
그 결과는 으깨져버린 존.
To be the king of the jungle, it's not enough to act like a king.
맥주 한 잔 즐기는 오늘의 주인공. 유럽 내 마리화나 절대 강자. 그가 가진 마약 농장만 무려 200개 이상. 심지어 한 구역당 100평이 넘는 규모를 자랑했죠.
Hello, my love. It's date night tonight. 9 o'clock, you and I, River Cafe.
게다가 가정에도 충실한 마약업계 최수종이었죠.
Who's there?
갑자기 다가온 죽음의 그림자.
Roz, who's there?
주님 곁으로 보내버립니다.
Location, staff, technology.
불과 3개월 전
So you're buying the substructure for the superstructure to come.
모든 구역을 매각하려는 미키.
It's the new gold rush.
If it's such a fat wedge, why don't you keep it?
You could say that there's blood on these pretty white hands. But in the new business, once legal and under the jurisdiction of the respectable umbrella of ministerial legitimacy, an enterprise like this will need a face with a clean past, which sadly, I do not possess.
마야광의 은퇴를 앞둔 채 늦은 시각 집으로 돌아온 미키의 오른팔.
Fletcher. Buenos tardes, Raimundo.
한 탐정이 그를 찾아오죠.
I should stab you with that fucking rolling pin.
Oh, don't be cunty. We both know that your boss has very, very deep pockets, and I would like to invite him just to have a teeny rummage.
뭔가를 거래하기 위해 찾아온 것이었죠.
What the fuck are you talking about?
If you would be so kind as to furnish me with 20 million British pounds, I will give you everything. Memory cards, contact sheets, recordings, the lot, and a modest little screenplay I wrote all by myself.
이어서
Roll camera.
나레이션이 시작됩니다.
Let us turn to our antagonist. Many miles away, across the open plains, another beautiful feral beast.
보스의 허락도 없이
I hear you're getting out of the game,
거물을 찾아가는데
and I would like you to consider an
Look, let me stop you right there so you don't waste any more of your precious breath, young man. This is not a discussion for the two of us. Unlike the salt and pepper, it's not on the table.
거절이 끝나기 무섭게 예상했다는 듯 액수를 제시하는데
cash.
I am not for sale.
You're out of touch.
분위기가 조금 무거워지기 시작합니다.
You're forgetting the laws of the jungle, looking down on me. Now when the silverback's got more silver than back, you best move on. It's not dignified. It's beneath you, Michael. Trying to do you a favor. This is a big fucking number.
건드리면 터질 듯한 이 분위기에
And this?
풀을
Oh, this is a big fucking gun.
짚어보죠.
Eyes not so dry now, are they? Hurts, does it? You looking for your balls or a hole in the wall? Fuck! Where the fuck do you think you're going? Because you're not going out the way you came in, you deluded duck-eating cunt. Talking to me about the laws of the jungle. What was it? Something about being beneath me? Silver on back? There's only one rule in this fucking jungle. When the lion's hungry, he eats.
You're wrong, Fletcher. That's not how Michael works.
Yeah, I know. It's just having a bit of fun. Every movie needs a bit of action, doesn't it? And it's not like Michael doesn't have a reputation.
A reputation. He's been gentrified.
Yeah. Here's my
I know how you lot love fables, so let me share a little fable with you. There once was a young and foolish dragon who came to ask a wise and cunning lion about acquiring his territory. Now, the lion, he wasn't interested, so he told the little dragon to fuck off. But the dragon couldn't understand what fuck off meant, so he persisted and continued to ask the lion about acquiring his territory. So the lion took the little dragon for a walk and put 5 bullets in his little dragon head. End of story.
Michael, you should reconsider.
완곡하게 거절을 표하는데
Just marinate on it.
그러나 농장 근처에 양아치를 불어버리죠.
How did they find it?
I don't know. I'm making inquiries.
그러나 더 큰 문제는
What about Matthew?
거리였죠.
He's going to need reassuring before he parts with 400 big ones.
So many questions unanswered, Ray. I mean, who'd be smart enough to find one of Mickey's farms? Apart from me, of course. And who would be bold enough to make such a move?
Well, I hear you might have had a little trouble.
No trouble over here, Matthew. No trouble at all.
Mickey calmed down the Jew, and it seems the deal's still going ahead. But bad timing, jeopardising deals, shutting down farms. It could be an expensive disaster if Mickey doesn't get this cleaned up.
조세 마지막 증언을 통해
안녕히 가세요!
배후에 삼합회가 있음을 파악하는데
Could just be Dry Eyes doing. It's been getting bold lately.
Yeah. Well, they still all work for Lord George.
사태가 심각한 만큼
I'm gonna take care of this one myself.
삼합회 보스를 직접 대면하기로 하죠.
Lord George?
Mr. Pearson.
가벼운 인사를 마치자마자
And to what do I owe?
What you watching?
I'm watching the telly.
What you watching on the telly?
I'm watching the horse racing.
시답자는 말장난으로 뭔가 반응이 오길 기다리는데 입지를 보이자 곧바로 본론으로 들어간다.
You're starting a war with me, George. I'm trying to moonwalk with elegance here, but I'm finding it very fucking difficult.
I don't fuck around with power.
You send your man Dry Eye around my place to see if he can buy my business for a few beans. You didn't think I'd find out? Having me followed for months?
Yeah, you crossed the line. And that comes with a price. You raided one of my locations.
You know the rules, George. What the fuck were you thinking? You raided one of my locations. What the fuck were you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking, George?
방아쇠를 당기기 직전. 총을 거두고 마지막 경고를 남길 준비를 하죠.
Should you try and undermine me, or should you attempt to threaten my position again, I will be forced to accept your call to arms. Do you understand?
부하가 싼 똥을 혼자 치우고 빡칠 대로 빡친 그가 드라이아이를 호출하는데
Did you do it? Do what? Did you raid Mickey Pearson's farm? No. So you're telling me that fuck did this behind your back? Well, let's just say this. He didn't do it in front of it. Did without my blessing. But you did go behind my back and offer to buy his business.
그런데 이 부하 새끼는
Yeah, I did.
오히려 당당하게 치고 나와 버리죠.
Now let me warn you the way you warned me. There comes a point where the young succeed the old. Don't push me.
자만심에 그의 선을 넘어버리는데
There's some things I don't know about. Something between Dry Eye and Lord George. Now, whatever it was, someone killed Lord George. Anyone else might think that was you or Mickey.
드라이아이의 배신은 예상 가능한 범죄였으나
But should we continue with our little story?
그보다 놀라운 사실은
Does that arouse your interest, Raymond?
So Matthew knows Dry Eye.
I'm approaching my climax.
점점 막 나갈 기미가 보이는 그 시각.
Dry Eye. I trust you will make Michael Pearson pay for this. You are the dragon head now. Solidify your position.
So Dry Eye got the upgrade he was after, didn't he, Raymond? The question is, what was he going to do with it now that he's Billy Big Bollocks?
Give me 10 minutes, right?
그 사이 단골 가게에 잠깐 머무리 탁하는데
Hello, Ross. It's date night tonight. 9 p.m. You and I, River Cafe.
9 o'clock. I'll be there.
누군가 그녀를 찾아오죠.
Hang the fucking phone up.
Who's there?
수화기 넘어 구린내가 퍼지는 순간
Roz, who's there?
What are you doing here, Dry Eye?
머리에 구멍이 나버리죠.
Oh, it's warming up now, isn't it? At this point, I'm guessing that you didn't even know that Lord George was dead yet. let alone what Dry Eye was up to.
그런데 그가 살아 있습니다.
The fuck was he?
Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened next because you two managed to give me the slip.
They got Rosalind. Call Roger.
Hold on. You were there?
Yeah, of course I was there.
이어서 아내에게 달려가던 와중 사고가 나버립니다. 그리고 시간이 지체될수록 난도질의 정도가 극악을 향해 치닫게 되죠. 심지어 그녀를 짓누른 채 더러운 고추를 꺼내려는 그 순간
Hello, babe.
사랑스러운 남편이 도착하죠.
So is that the story over now, Fletcher?
All this whole build-up was leading to this next part. This is the news that you're asking about before. Ready?
이야기의 결론은
Matthew. He's going to need some people to run his business here when he buys it from Michael, right? He's going to need a reliable pair of hands, someone like you. So why didn't he ask you, Raymond?
I don't know. It's none of my business.
Because, I'll tell you, he already had someone earmarked for the role. Dry Eye. He promised Dry Eye the job, but only if Dry Eye helped drive down the price of Mickey's business. You see, it was Matthew who told Dry Eye the location of Mickey's farm, so he could steal his White Widow super cheese to cause ripples and reduce the market value. And that is why Fuck, in turn, got those juice-swilling, acne-back muscle Marys to do the job. It was Matthew who set this whole train of events off. But what he did not plan on, you see...
Fuck you, you old cunt! I'll piss on your grave.
was Dry Eye killing Lord George. Now, Dry Eye does not want to be subservient to Matthew anymore. Doesn't want to be subservient to anyone.
You're gonna back the fuck off.
And this, my love, is why I want my hard-earned £20 million, because not only do I know exactly how Mickey's business operates, but I also know that the very man he's trying to sell it to is trying to force him into selling it on the cheap, and has indirectly started a war. So you see, I think you should be calling me your trusted consigliere.
그의 정보를 토대로 최종 거래를 이어나가는데
Thank you for the grand tour. I'm a believer. Now, are we ready to finalize the numbers?
We already have.
눈치 없이 가격을 들먹이죠.
The situation's changed, Michael. The market's changed. And forecasting out your top-line growth margin in the current inimical climate, I calculate what was worth $400 million a month ago must now be valued at an anemic 130.
면전에 대고 70%를 깎아버리죠.
Please.
창고로 들어가자마자 익숙한 얼굴을 소개시켜주는데
It's a tad dramatic, isn't it? Corpses in freezers. I don't have relationships with dead frozen Chinamen.
Best not to be glib at this time in the proceedings, Matthew.
밖으로 나옴과 동시에 분위기를 파악하기 시작하죠.
Don't bother looking for your Mossad crabs. This is a fish market. They have found a home.
To be clear, I do not know that man.
끝까지 구라치는 그의 코앞에
I'll tell you how this plays out. You will drown, and then my Mossad crabs will eat you.
So while you were discussing who would take over my business after you fucked it, you somehow mistook so-said Chinaman for someone else?
결정타를 먹여버리죠.
I'm keeping the business.
그에게 내려질 버릇.
While you are getting in the freezer. And you will make that transaction if you want to get out of the freezer. It is 25 below zero in there, so I assume you'll last about an hour. After you have tended to that indiscretion, you can then deal with the next consequence of your short-sightedness. As stated, I am not emotional about the money, but I am emotional about the fact that someone laid their hands on my wife. My wife!
아내를 건드린 대가는
No amount of money on God's green earth can pay for that transgression, Matthew. No, for that.
겁탈에 비해 한없이 가벼운
I want a pound of flesh.
Pound of flesh?
It matters not to me whereon your anatomy is withdrawn from. If you don't have the stomach to take it for yourself. Big Bunny here is very adept with the knife, and as you can see, he's dressed for the weather. But penny short or a gram shy, that freezer door does not open. Am I clear? Good. Bunny.
Incoming.
액션의 탈을 썼으나 까고 보니 코믹인. 그런데 생각해보면 코미디는 또 아닌 것 같은 오늘의 영화 젠틀맨. 마리화나 절대 강자 미키 은퇴를 앞두고 돈 냄새 맡고 달려든 새 인물과의 공방전을 그리는 영화인데요. 이번 영화는 셜록 홈즈와 알라딘으로 유명한 가이리치 감독의 군상극으로 한 작품 내 여러 시선으로 내용이 전개되는데, 시작부터 주인공을 죽이는 듯한 연출부터 등장인물이 나레이션하는 액자식 구성까지 스토리텔링이 다소 산만한 편입니다. 다만 본 영상은 편집을 통해 하나의 사건에만 집중했기에 이해가 어렵진 않으셨으리라 생각합니다. 영화를 직접 시청하신다면 클라이막스 전까지 인물과 대화로만 빌드업하는 편이라 예열 과정이 다소 지루하실 수도 있는데요. 배우들의 연기 자체는 훌륭한 편이라 능글맞은 휴 그랜트의 연기를 포함해 저급함이 드러나는 젠틀맨 매튜 맥커니, 그리고 조옷 바른 능숙한 콜린 페럴까지 코믹 액션의 라이트함을 느끼시기에 아주 적당한 작품이라고 생각합니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독까지 해주시면 더 많이 감사드리겠습니다. 더신이었습니다.